Hey folks, welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We're here in Majula, and we are just about ready to head to our first non-tutorial area, which is right over there. So, there are actually a couple areas we can go to right now. Dark Souls 2 kind of has a wheel and spokes world design. So here in Majula, we could go over to that fort, which is where we're going. We can also go to the Sunken City. Let's see if it's visible over here. Oh, hey, there's an item. Cool. We can go to the Sunken City over there. We could also, if we were nutso, try to find a way down into that pit, which is a valid way of progress. There's also a path over there, close to the tutorial, but different pathway, that we can try going. Wouldn't make it very far. But the intended first way to go is into the forest, so that's where we're gonna go. Despite what the bloodstains may make you think, this is not a mimic. She's got a coin. Alright, so, to make our way through here, gotta pull this handle, then wait for the door to go up. It's a good message. It's a slow door. There we go. And then it closes very quickly behind you, so, I don't know, it's a weird door. Ooh. Spooky. Alright, so in this room, there are a couple ways you can approach it. You can be daring, drop straight off the bridge onto that center platform where there is a chest. Or you can just walk down like this. Similarly, you can be daring and try jumping across this gap. If you fail, you die in order to grab that item. Or you can just wait and go around. So, really, I'm just gonna play it safe, because jumping in this game's kind of low, kind of for losers, kind of bogus. There's a Cyclops. So that Cyclops is not worth fighting. He does not have a fabulous prize like the first one did. And he is in the water, which is hard to maneuver around in, so it's even harder to dodge his attacks. And if you're not careful, you might accidentally activate some other enemies that would come up and try to wreck your stuff while you're dealing with the Cyclops. So overall, I don't recommend it. Get on over here. So, because this area is mostly a fort, we start with a forest, but we're gonna enter into the fort very soon there. Most of the enemies that we will encounter are soldiers and infantrymen. These are the infantrymen. They're not too tricky, but they do have a pretty long kind of swiping combo with their knife, and if you get caught up in it, it could do a lot of damage. Over here we've got a bonfire. A lot of people dying right by the bonfire. That's a little weird. So what Dark Souls 2 will often do is put a bonfire at the beginning of an area, just because the progression through the world is much more linear on each of the spokes on the world. So they can just put one at the beginning of the area so you don't have to run in from the last one. It's a convenience thing. Alright, so up here I think is the first genuinely tricky enemy encounter, I would say. Let's see how close we can get and get a good vantage point. Okay, so... See, there's an enemy hiding next to the bridge down there. There's an enemy in that alcove. There's an enemy playing dead up there. You can see he's breathing a little bit. There's an enemy partway up the hill. And there's an enemy playing dead all the way up the hill. Who's also very slightly breathing if you pay attention. And I believe, can you tell from here? I can't really tell. But that guy in the middle of the hill, he has a bow. So, unless you run straight towards him and kill him, he's going to be taking shots at you while you deal with everybody else. That said, running straight towards him and taking care of him isn't necessarily a great idea, because then you'll have at least 2 guys behind you and 1 guy in front of you doing sort of a pincer move on you. Not recommended. So, I'm going to draw that guy's attention. Kill him. Then I'm gonna take care of this guy. Draw his attention. Come on, you coming? Yeah. There we go. Oh man, he predicted where I was gonna be. That sly dog. So yeah, once you're attacking this guy, guy all the way up the hill will start getting up probably. And I think if you get too close to the guy who is hiding here, the one who is playing dead will start waking up and drop down. Like that. So that's something that you'll want to be aware of at various points in Dark Souls 2. Running up and trying to attack a particular enemy might activate more enemies. Also, if you run in here and try to get this soul immediately, you're going to have a bad time. People are going to run in and trap you. Don't do it. Bad idea. Anyway, so if that encounter required a little bit of trickiness, this encounter requires a whole lot more. So, you can see we've got a whole lot of bodies on the floor here. As you might be able to tell, a lot of them are breathing. Bobbing every so slightly up and down. So, basically, if there's a body here that doesn't have an item on it, it's actually an enemy that wants to cause you harm. And if you just run in like a brash hero, you'll activate like 5 at once, and you'll get swamped. There'll be more enemies than you can reasonably deal with. So, here's my recommendation. First off, something that you'd probably not be able to know in advance. See that guy up there? Up on the upper ledge? He can throw fire bombs. So, while you're down here trying to deal with these guys, he'll be throwing fire at you. Luckily, we can go get rid of him beforehand. Another thing that you can do, this is another annoying thing, doesn't look like there's an enemy up there. There is. And as soon as you get on the ladder, he'll start climbing down. And if you try to climb up when he's climbing down, he will stomp on your head. Alright, grab an item here. Pay no attention to the rather poorly made background here. That's some N64 level backgrounds. Don't worry, it's not where you're supposed to be looking at. And now, let's get rid of this fellow. And that'll make dealing with the stuff downstairs a lot easier. Also, item over there. There's a gap, gotta make a jump. So now there are two ways back down. We can go back the way we came, or we can drop down here. You will lose a little bit of health dropping down like that. So I am going back the slow way. Just to be paranoid, just to be safe. I will also point out, remember that ledge there was a guy playing dead on? There's an item over there. However, I have no desire to try to make that jump. I've made it like once. The item I don't think is that worth it, and if I don't make it, I'll probably die. So I'm just not gonna do it. Call me a rebel. Okay. Alright, so here's my strategy here against this room. Basically, it takes a second or two for an enemy to get up once they've decided that they're gonna get up and attack you. So while they're doing that, get up behind them. And once they are all ready, backstab them. And I'm pretty sure if you backstab them, no matter what you have, you will be able to defeat them. Pretty sure Deprived with a dagger can do it, as long as you have a weapon. So the benefit here is that, first off, you take them out in one shot. A foot soldier's sword. Let's see. No masterpiece. This truly won't be used to fend off any truly threatening foe. Standard issue for Drangleic foot soldiers. Okay. And it's probably... Actually, it's not bad. It's stronger than my short sword, I think. Doesn't have very good defending, but that's fine. And then does a little bit less counter damage. But actually, I'd say that the foot soldier sword is an upgrade. Cool. Anyway, yeah, you take out the enemies in one hit if you do this, which is great. And it also means that you're not going to be running around trying to kite them into a good position. So you're not going to accidentally aggro other enemies while you're doing it, for the most part. I think there's like one situation where you have to aggro two of them. That one's fine. Yeah, that one, he immediately aggroed after I killed the first one. But there was plenty of time to get over there and start backstabbing him, because he does have that 1 to 2 second stand-up animation. I think we're gonna have... let's see. Let's see if I can aggro just this guy. No, okay. So for that one, I wasn't able to only aggro one of them, but when I aggro both of them, I immediately took out one of them because they were being backstabbed. So really, I only had to deal with this guy one-on-one alone, and that's fine. It's not dangerous. And heck, they even stand there for a second after they've gotten up, so... Oh, hey there. So yeah, that is my approach to this room. So the third benefit to backstabbing, I would say, has to do with the new durability mechanic. And I don't think I've talked about that in this playthrough yet. If you look over on my HUD on the left, you can see there's a red bar beneath each weapon. That is the weapon's remaining durability. Durability goes down a lot faster in Dark Souls 2 compared to Dark Souls 1. So backstabbing them, which is only one strike, will reduce durability less than killing them with 3 strikes. 2 or 3 strikes, depending. So if you only have one weapon, and you need to get all the way through, then preserving the number of strikes you do and preserving durability is a good tactic. Durability also refills at bonfires, by the way, so you're not totally screwed if you use up a lot. Okay. So left. Prudence. Good skeletons. And a lot of blood there. I wonder if there's going to be an ambush. Yep, there's an ambush. I just staggered that guy in midair. Pretty cool. Alright, so there are two ways into this room here. There's a drop down here, and then we can go through the door. Either way works fine. Ooh, I hear them rustling. There we go. Is there anybody else in here? There's already one more enemy that we could see from our lookout here. But I think we're good. Hey, no, we're not good. So yeah, you can see a lot of the infantrymen blend in with the kind of grayish browns of the dirt and the stone. So you have to be careful, you gotta be on your guard, otherwise you might get sneak attacked. See, there's one there. That's not an infantryman, that's a guy more like the one who was firebombing. I think this one is properly called a soldier rather than an infantryman. Yeah, hollow soldier leggings are his pants. Let's see what those are all about. Well, their defense is terrible. They look awful. They appear to be crafted with quality materials, but are highly degraded and close to falling apart. Wearing these will be of little use. Yeah, they're garbage. Item there. Now, you can see there's someone standing up there, and there's someone with a bow right at the front, at the top of the stairs. So we're not going to be able to bait that guy with the bow, probably, because he has a bow. He doesn't need to run down here. So we might be running into a little bit of a skirmish if we head straight towards him. On the other hand, I don't know if we have much choice. So, let's go. Oh, oh. Alright, that could have gone smoother, but we're alright. Alright, so once I'm in this situation, we've got a whole party. We've got 2 infantrymen and the soldier. There we go. There we go. And there's also a guy with a bow over there. I can't reach him right now, but we will. Soon. Alright. So if we peek around here, another soldier. Whoa! Careful of the walls. Got a witching urn. That's like a magic grenade. So from here, there are 2 ways we can go. We can go down here onto the rafting, the scaffolding rather. Or we can go through this door. Now, because I've played this game before, I know what's a better idea. There's a bonfire in here. Highly recommended. So, let's heal and let's travel back to Majula. Dark Souls 2 starts with fast travel enabled by default. Something that Dark Souls 1 did not have. And it's kind of necessary based on how the world is laid out. I get it. But certainly makes travel a little less exhilarating sometimes.
Bearer of the curse.
Alright, let's see how many levels we can get out of here. 2, it looks like. I'm going to increase my adaptability by 2, so I have some better dodging. I pretty much always increase my adaptability immediately. That's just my priority. Alright, so, here we have a merchant.
Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
So, Merchant Melentia. Let's see, she carries kind of literally her home on her back. It's where she has all her stuff. She sells a couple weapons, including the hand axe, the club, and the caestus. Also a broken straight sword if you want one. I have a couple already. She sells the merchant armor. If you started as an explorer or whatever, this is what you would start with. She sells some consumables, including life gems, amber herbs, fire bombs, witching urns, throwing knives. Really, the important things here are a Pharaoh's Lockstone, which we can't afford, a Fragrant Branch of Yore, which we can't afford, and Leningrass Key, which opens Blacksmith Leningrass shop in Majula. We can't afford that, but well, one, we'd be able to if I hadn't just spent those souls on levels, and two, we will be able to very soon. So, hold on to that, I'll let you. She also sells Soul Arrow and Heal if you are a sorcerer or a cleric.
Lonely times these are.
Oh, hold on. I'm pulling some money out of my wallet, lady. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 of these for 400 more souls, and then I'm going to go kill this soldier over here again. God damn it. Not a fan of that wall right there. There we go. Now we have 1,000 souls, so we can buy that key.
Buy something, anything.
See, what's the description there? Majula, the land of the exiles, is comprised of abandoned houses, one of which Leningrass is fashioned into a workshop. So, land of the exiles. That's something. Because Majula is kind of it's ragtag for sure. It's where travelers from all over, exiles from all over, come and find a home. So next time we're in Majula, we can open that up for Leningrass. Melentia also has some stuff to tell us.
My name is Melentia. You're a stranger to this land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Drang Lake's been a pile of rubble since the war fought long, long ago. And the giants crossed the sea.
Important plot point. The war with the giants. very big event that happened in the history of Janglaic. This whole area is called the Forest of Fallen Giants. There was a war with the giants. This is a fortress. I'm wondering, I know this already, but I'm wondering if this place of war, where we learn about a war with giants, that is called the Forest of Fallen Giants, might be a place where a lot of people killed giants.
Seemed like the battles would never end. Poor folk like myself have nary a place to sleep. That's why I keep all me things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own. They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants. From each carcass sprouted new life growing into what you see now. But you know what they also say? Don't believe what an old hag says.
You're funny.
It's high time that I pick up and move. I've a bargain for you next time we meet, my lover.
Alright, so we've exhausted her dialogue. So she'll stick around for a little while, actually, until we beat the boss of the area, and then she will move back to Majula. And that's kind of how a lot of NPCs work in this game. You'll exhaust their dialogue where you find them, and then they will travel back to Majula. There's a summon sign. I'm not going to summon anybody right now. Mostly because I'm about to end the episode once I go on a little expedition up here. It's very dark up here. In fact, let's grab a torch. So this is a very popular place for co-op, actually. So you'll see a lot of summon signs, just because this is the very beginning of the game. A lot of newbies will be summoning for the early areas and for the early bosses. This door, it's locked, but it's so dilapidated that we can destroy it. I don't know if there are any other doors like that, to be honest. I might be forgetting. Oh, Crystal Lizard-san. Pardon me while I go reset that lizard. Yeah, I'm eating away my torch here. So crystal lizards can be a bit of a butt to actually hit. They are low to the ground. If you're new to the Souls series, crystal lizards are enemies that can be used to get upgrade materials. They drop things like Titanite. Oh man, really? Come on. Come on. Come on. So what I need, I think, is something that can hit low to the ground. Yeah. Let's try that. One more go. Gonna kill the hell out of that lizard. Alright, buddy. Yeah. Come on. There we go. So, that lizard just dropped us 2 Titanite shards, which we can use to upgrade our weapons. Also got a hand axe. And a hollow soldier helm. I wonder what that looks like. Oh, yeah. They look ridiculous. It's also falling apart, so... yeah, let's get rid of it. Okay. Now that we've done that, let's go light that torch again. Whoops. I'm gonna have to be quick or else I'm gonna run out of torch here. This door is not locked. This is a trap. There we go. I think that's all I need the torch for. Okay. Alright, small white cyan soapstone. And also some life gems. So the soapstone, it's basically your key to co-op. Be summoned as a shade to another world in order to help that world's master for a certain time. You'll be rewarded for successfully assisting the other player. The effect is not as long-lived as that of the white cyan soapstone, and it is used only in particular places. So there are actually 2 white cyan soapstones in this game. This one summons you for less time. Generally, it's just for a quick little expedition, whereas a large one is for a whole expedition plus the boss. Anyway, let's be careful here, because there is an item on that route. Let's see if we can drop down and grab it. Nope. Let's try that again. So I'm pretty good at combat in this game. I am lousy at dropping down. I missed this chest. I'm lousy at platforming. Small leather shield and repair powder. I'm not planning to use shields very much. When did I get a buckler? Yeah, these are both small shields. They're good for parrying, but not as good as some of the early shields in Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 overall kind of nerfed shields. There we go, there's Divine Blessing. Okay. Alright, so that I think wraps things up for this episode. We've done enough dawdling and trying to kill lizards. So, in the next episode, we are going to head down to the rafters. Why do I keep calling them rafters? Scaffolding, whatever. We're going to go down there. We're going to go down there. And depending on how long it takes, we might even go elsewhere. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all next time.